Hey guys, Sir Shwavy here, bringing you a gameplay commentary. My voice just cracked there. Great way to start this commentary. Gameplay commentary of Black Ops 2, and this is Domination. And the comic. Oh god, I still have Comic Con in my mind. But the topic of this video is New York Comic Con 2013, which is what happened this weekend. If you guys don't know, there is a similar to what they showed on E3, not E3, similar to what they showed at G4, the Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con. It's basically the same exact thing, but it's in New York and it's not as publicized. It's pretty publicized, but not as much as the San Diego Comic Con, which they showed in G4. Um, that being said, I'm going to be talking about everything that I did, and the only downside, honestly, I would say to what happened this year was I only had one day to really enjoy it because what we decided to do was we decided to give all of our money to one guy who had a credit card and get him to buy the tickets as we did the past 2 years. And he did it, but the thing is that when the tickets were available, in other words, when they were going there, when they were available to be sold to the public, he was actually doing a cruise. In other words, he was doing a like a what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. Kind of like foreign studies. I don't know what to really call it. In other words, he was going around the world in a ship that is run by the school, or that it's owned by the school rather. And he was just going around the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and he was just going around, learning new stuff, going to new places, meeting people, and learning things. I don't know. So when the tickets were available, he wasn't available to buy them. In other words, he couldn't buy them right away. So that was a little bit of a letdown. So we ended up getting only a 1 day pass, which is Saturday. Fortunately, though, Saturday is the busiest day, so there's a lot of stuff to do on Saturday. Sunday is like the second busiest day, so there's still a lot of stuff to do on Sunday. I guess the difference between Saturday and Sunday would be Sunday is the best day if you want to buy stuff, because on Sunday people are more willing to haggle than if it were Saturday. Because Saturday, they're like, oh, I still have tomorrow. Somebody will probably buy it for this price tomorrow. Whereas if it's Sunday and it's in the afternoon, you get a lot of vendors trying to just get rid of everything so they don't have to pack it up and carry it home, because everything extra that remains, they have to haul it all the way home, or haul it back to the warehouse, or haul it to the next convention they're going to go to sell. And most of them will probably want to just you know get rid of it, sell it, even if it's just like $1 or $2 cheaper. um, they won't care. In other words, if you want a figurine and you see it, if you have a 3-day pass, assumably, and you see it on Friday and it's like, I don't know, $200, and then you come back on Saturday and it's still there, $200, you might want to come back on Sunday and be like, oh, hey, I'll give you 190 on it, or just be like, I only have 190 right now with me. More often than not, they'll probably say, okay, just take it, 190, okay, deal. Um, yeah, but that's basically the only advantage of going on Saturday and Sunday instead of Saturday. Also, there's less people on Sunday than on Saturday. There's still a lot of people. The least busy of those 3 days is probably Friday, because everyone's still in school, they're still working, so they won't be there until in the afternoon. And then even then, the majority don't get there until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is a big bonus if you get there early. So you basically can go to the video games that are being displayed there and play them without as much of a line as if you were to show up on Saturday at the same time, because everyone goes on Saturday to play the games. I saw Super Mario 3D World, sorry, and I wanted to play it, but the line was massive. It was around the booth. It was literally around the booth completely, and I didn't feel like waiting an hour to play a game for like 5 minutes and then getting told, okay, your time is up, get out of here. Um, it might have been like 10 minutes, I don't know. And then the other thing is, I also saw Jessica Negri over there and Meg Turney from SourceFed. And then there was also some other cosplayer who I'm not really familiar with, but that's because I'm not really used to I'm not too savvy in the whole cosplay world. I know a couple of people, but I don't know half of what people would do that that are into those cosplay worlds things. Whatever. Basically, I saw Jessica Negri, and I saw there was a huge line. It went around the booth, and it actually had two different separations, one for a corner and then one for an aisle that was passing through it. And people were waiting all that time just to get a picture and an autograph with Jessica Negri. I can probably say that dudes just wanted to go there for the boobs because, granted, Jessica Negri is a very beautiful woman, and I'm guessing every guy wants to take a picture with her, or at least just meet her in person, talk to her, try to play the moves on her for whatever reason, and just have fun. Meg Turney there, Meg Turney was there, and the line was about 15 people, I would say at most. The only thing though is that since I only had a 1-day pass, I didn't really feel like waiting about an hour to get both of their autographs and pictures. So what I ended up doing was I ended up just saying, you know what, they'll probably be here next year. I know Jessica Negri is probably going to be there. Meg Turney might be there because she's really into conventions, and she recently she's been going to a lot of conventions and she's been talking about them. She's been talking about them. Jessica Negri was actually there last year in the New York Comic Con, and since we had a 3-day pass, I was like, I'm gonna meet her. I'm gonna take a picture with her. I'm gonna get her autograph. Brah. And sad thing is that when I wanted to go get her autograph, she wasn't at her booth anymore because it was in the afternoon, and she was only there for the morning period. And when I got there, it was in that afternoon, so she was pretty much done with her shift. So she left. She was enjoying New York Comic Con, or she was at a photo shoot with some other cosplayer. Um, yeah, she was cosplaying as who was it? Lady Fox, I believe. Yeah, it was Lady Fox. The day that I wanted to take a picture with her. The day before, she was dressed as Moxie, which she does a really good Moxie, honestly. She also does a weirdly good Tiny Tina. I'm saying weirdly good because she even gets the nose thing correctly. It's weird. It looks so cartoony that it actually looks like a good cosplay. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Um, but yeah, that aside, that being a letdown, I ended up getting a two replicas, or technically three, two purchases and three replicas. There you go. One purchase that I ended up getting was the blade that Raiden uses from Metal Gear Rising. If you guys remember, the main sword that he has, or if you guys saw Grand Theft Auto, what the hell? If you guys saw Metal Gear Solid 4, and you guys remember the blade that Raiden uses when he kills all of I believe they're called frog units. When he kills all the frog units, he stabs them with the sword. He jumps up, he lands on another one, he stabs them with that sword. Then he keeps using that sword to kill everyone. He even tries to kill Vamp with that sword. He actually does end up killing Vamp for a bit with that sword. Basically, I got that replica, but smaller. It's kind of like my arm length, where it's supposed to be longer than. Well, it's like 3/4 of my arm length, where it's supposed to be actually longer than that. But it's a to scale model, but smaller. So that's a good thing. I ended up buying that, and the other thing I ended up buying was if you guys remember the Chronicle of Riddick, rather, the blades that he uses, the two blades that he uses, I ended up buying both of those. All in all, it ended up costing me $50, which honestly was a good purchase because the Chronicle of Riddick's blade were $25 and the Raiden sword was $35. Overall, he gave it to me $50. He gave me a $10 discount, so I was like, awesome. Ah. Also, if you guys do go to a convention and you're gonna buy stuff, buy them in bundles. In other words, be like, oh, I'll get this. Oh, could I also get that? How much would it be for both of them? Usually, they'll give you discounts like that. So that's just a tip if you ever go to a convention. And then I also ended up buying a Legend of Zelda plushie. You know, the cartoon Link, not the normal Link. I ended up getting that as a plushie for my sister. I also ended up getting a plasma light, which is pretty cool. If you guys remember how plasma lights are, well, if you guys saw the Tesla coil, how the light spins around it, that's basically what the plasma light is. You could touch it and you don't get shocked at all. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Um, then the other thing that I ended up getting was some sentry turrets from Portal 2, little collectible figurine models. I'll just make a video and I'll show you guys all of this later on. But yeah, that's basically what New York Comic Con 2013 was like for me. If you guys have ever gone to a convention, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet people there. You get to share in interests that you have, and I don't know, it's just like a unique experience each and every year. You never have the same experience going to a Comic Con. Sometimes you'll see something new, sometimes you'll just see the same old thing, such as Wonder Man for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care, and goodbye, sirs.
But I changed my ways and went to French class. J'ai voudrais parler français, I guess